Hi, how are you? I hope you're well. I really hope you've been looking after yourself. So we are leaving and the weather is miserable, it's raining, it's spitting, but we travel in all weathers and you can travel with me today. We're just trying to find somewhere that's pretty, somewhere that's away from it all, but we do have to drop the rubbish off and pump out the toilet on the way. So let's go on our little narrowboat adventure. I have been warming my waterproof trousers up by the fire this morning because I'm going to need them today, and they were all cold and they're all muddy, but they're going to get muddy anyway. On with the waterproofs. So we're going to stop off at the Marina, do the pump out and find if there's anywhere to empty the rubbish. So of course having a pair of waterproof trousers is definitely an essential if you're going to be a narrowboater. But there was a lot of things that I had to leave behind and declutter when I moved on board my narrowboat 3 years ago. And that's not an easy process to go through. So before I started to get rid of all my worldly possessions, I asked myself a question. What is it that I actually want to get out of this new life that I was trying to create? What are the things that I needed to bring me happiness? So aside of all the basic things that you need, I took these items on board with me. But whatever comes on board has to have a place to be stored. Now this gorgeous old building on the left hand side here is called Britannia Works Mill, and it used to be a hatting factory, and Atherstone, where we are now, was very famous for its hat making. There's a lock gate. Oh, I feel a bit sick. How ridiculous. So this lovely volunteer lock keeper not only helped me set the lock, but he was also busy cutting up this tree that had fallen down in the storms across the lock into small pieces. I don't know why, I just had a really weird sensation to put a seatbelt on. I don't know where that come from. Anyway, I'm going to do the last 2 locks. I think I may have used the S word. Sorry about that. So actually that's not bad. It's 3 months since I've done a lock. I've got 1 more to do and we're all still alive. So in terms of books, this is it. Behind Zephyr, this is it. What we do is we try to recycle books, we use book swaps, and we use charity shops. Also, I borrow books, and recently I borrowed a really special book from my mother-in-law that I want to show you. So Richard on the Nighttime on Still Waters podcast, I'll drop a link to that in my description. If you don't listen to that, I really recommend you listen to that podcast. It's so beautiful, and if you like narrowboating and if you like nature, then you will really, really love that podcast. But he mentioned a while ago the Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. She wrote this in 1906, and now, you know, we're in March, I have been out on my walks, and I'm going to be out on my walks all this week, looking for the things that she found to see if they're still here. Is that a good idea, Zeph? When we go for a walk, we can try and find all the things in the diary. Is that a good idea? Shall we high five? A high five? So we are moored in the Pooley Nature Reserve, and this is a site of an old coal mine. There's a spoil heap that we should climb, I think, and some canal pools that formed when the mine subsided. So let's have a look. Bringing an abundance of wildlife with it.
Let's keep this poem clutter-free and put the speed on slow, for I have seen what eyes did see 100 years ago. Sun-coloured petal petticoats, cotton goats willow, chaffinch sings the very notes of 100 years ago. Much may feel so far away from the marches that we know, but it still puts on the same display of 100 years ago.